Been an eventful past couple days. Yesterday, I was operating on like 3 hours of sleep, and not quality sleep either. It's 3 hours of sleep. All because of this crazy landscaper.
8:49. Man, I swear, if those landscapers are still there. Should we go check and see? Because 7 o'clock is my bedtime. Which I know you're thinking, that's pretty early bedtime. And hey, yeah, it is, man. Alright, y'all see it's pitch black, right? I mean, the camera makes it look a lot more pitch black than it actually is, but I swear to God, if these landscapers are still here, let's go find out. I'm gonna take y'all with me on this journey. Like, the weird part was, like, I didn't even see his vehicle, which is, like, the tough part. Just a guy in a reflective jacket raking in my spot, you know? Let's go find out. Yeah, they're still there. Well, at least I saw where he parked his vehicle, so I can check on that. Dude, it's 9 o'clock, bro. What is this fucking guy doing? Well, the landscaping guy never left. Weird. I knew it was fucking sus, bro. I knew it was sus. Do you see this? Do you fucking see this? Holy. Well, the landscaper loco,
the handyman from hell was still there this morning. I knew it, dude. I knew there was no good reason for someone to be raking leaves in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, bro. I was so mad, dude. I was so fucking mad. I really hope he's not here tonight, or I might turn into, well, the Hulk, right? It's a beautiful morning, though.
So yesterday, I was planning to go to the shelter, but, well, I was planning to just go out into the woods and get some more logs for the shelter. But instead, I was operating on minimal sleep, so I decided to just take it easy. Ended up having to stop a tweaker from spazzing out on some high school kids. I was sitting on a park bench, and these high school kids, I'm kind of a usual at this park, and these kids who are also a usual at the park, they're probably somewhere in high school, you know, some grade in high school, sat down, they were talking, chilling. Hear this commotion over to my left because that's where they were sitting. I look over. Some guy who could be mistaken for just a hobo, not a tweaker. I hear him like, you know, getting real aggressive, mumbling at him, some shit. And so I immediately stand up, and like the kids were like, you could see the fear in their eyes. They were like, just more astonishment than anything. They didn't know how to react. Cause he was like getting up in their faces, like, couldn't really hear what he was saying, but he was being aggressive. And I just told him to chill out. Kind of, I'm like, whoop, I'm not gonna get all back in that tone, but I told him to chill out. Told him we're all friends here. He starts walking towards me after that. Just did. Said something like, I'd say, I don't know where you're from, but around here we're all friends. Just trying to diffuse the situation, de-escalate. And he just kind of laughs, and he starts walking away. He's like, you probably know Tim Murphy. And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, of course you don't. Some shit like that. That's happened to me before with tweakers. I think that's like their number one game, is they say some incoherent shit. And then you respond with, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, of course you don't understand. It's their favorite trick. But I'm still being friendly with the guy. And apparently friendly enough for him to circle back, sit right down on the same bench with me, and us having a little like 30-minute conversation. Here's some audio from that, just because I was secret about recording it.
Essentially what I'm like saying is like I hate feeling like I'm kind of used to it to some degree, like feeling followed. whether it's being followed by man or literally fucking animals. Animals do that. Fucking stop.
Yeah, true that. Yeah.
Angels, demons. I've seen it all. I don't say that lightly, and that's why you see me out here like fucking kind of losing my shit a little.
Well, it's hard not to.
What's your name?
Nolan, I'm Kazu. Thanks, it's Japanese. It means peace and harmony. Ah. It's, yeah. In a world like this, it's kind of hard to do that. Yeah, Kazu.
You know, I'm up to no good too. Like I'm fucking and I can see that. Like I think like that. I don't know. Maybe it's all my head. But crystal.
No, dude.
And it calms me down. Like I use it therapeutically. I'm not like because I have severe obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah.
And my like inattentive kind, like ADHD, inattentive. Like I'm not fucking hyper and shit.
Yeah.
Although
Okay.
I might have seen hyper here because I thought fucking human devils are gonna fucking kill me or something. Okay, ready to die, God.
Hey.
Like I had that in my mind.
It's
I'm not fucking kidding. Like that's what was in my mind when I walked over here, and you're sitting with his brother here, and I can't remember his name.
Sometimes your mind plays tricks on you.
Hard to call him even a tweaker. I mean, he was, yeah, I mean, he even admitted he was on drugs, but the other day, Monday, today's Wednesday, who knows when I'll post this? If I'll post it. I saw a guy who was really far gone, at least a lot farther, more farther gone. His neck was like this. And I learned, well, I was sitting at this bus stop. Here I am on the bench. There's 4 benches at this bus stop, train stop, excuse me. I call it train the bus for some reason. Here I am at this train stop, sitting on a bench. Older Latin lady, as she would describe herself, probably in her 50s to my left. And some guy sitting behind me, another normie. Well, I guess normal dude behind me. Doesn't say a word throughout the whole thing. We're all sitting, minding our own business. And then some kid, early 20s probably, a little rough around the edges. He has some hand tats. Ginger. All hooded up though. You can only tell from his beard. Starts riding his scooter past us, and then gets in an argument with an acquaintance of his named Joey. They start getting in an argument. The kid tells Joey he needs to apologize. Joey's not about to apologize. Joey is, couldn't tell you what age he is, couldn't tell you what ethnicity he is. He is really far gone. Like I said, his neck is like this. You probably can't see through the hood. But you probably don't really know what I mean by that. By his neck is like this. It's like when tweakers get really far gone, they'll get degenerative bone disease, often from the drugs they take, and their spine will like degenerate, and their neck will like curl and like get all like they'll get all hunched up and stuff. You'll see it in like cities. a lot more than you will in like towns. But regardless, this guy's far gone. Joey's far gone. And they get in an argument, blah, blah, blah. The kid starts running away from him on a scooter. Well, they actually just start circling our benches. At that point, the Latin lady, who's, like I said, this sweetheart of an old lady, sits next to me. Like moves to where she's sitting, sits next to me, just because she's like starting to get a little frightened by these guys. But she's seen it all. She's telling me everything about these guys. She doesn't know them, but she's like, oh, that one's probably the dealer. Joey's probably trying to get something from him. Ends up with the kid throwing Joey's backpack across the train track, pushing him down. Respect to the kid, dude, because Joey was like chasing him and shit. Joey like apologizing and shit, changing his tone real quick. The funny part, the Latin lady sitting down next to me after the front of the whole thing's over, she's like, when I first moved to your country, they told me the blacks would be the loudest, but the whites are just as loud. And I'm like, yeah, it's just Americans. I say all this with really no point, but if I were to try to make some kind of correlation between all this, the correlation would be the crazies come out when it's cold, dude. I noticed that yesterday within myself, dude, because I was operating on 3 hours of sleep and it was cold that night. My toes, I had to double sock it up. I was in a new spot because that landscaper kicked me out. I was not comfortable sleeping in a sleeping bag. I didn't want to get in my sleeping bag, but it was so fucking cold. So I had to, and my toes were still fucking freezing. It was a cold night that night. Minimal sleep. The crazies come out when it's cold, dude. The crazies get crazier when it's cold. Sleep deprivation, dude. I was very blessed to have a good night's rest. I mean, I sleep on cement, but I was blessed to get a good night's rest last night. There's always like security cameras wherever I stay, usually. And in the morning, after I'm all done and packed up, I always like bow to them, like thanking them for this day. Yeah, sleep deprivation. That'll make any sane man look like a tweaker.